All right, so I'm going to start from guards. First technique, okay? He's doing what he should do. He's getting his mount. Now, this is his posture. If I'm pulling him down, I'm going to let him fight me and get his posture. He's going to struggle for it. We're going to use that momentum of him pulling upwards. I'm going to bring my feet out by opening my guard. I'm going to bring the hand onto the elbow, onto the ground, onto my elbow. The idea is to take the opposite arm next to his head, past it, and attach myself to the shoulder. I come up, and I come up onto my hand, come up as high as I can, and I attach myself to the shoulder. This arm is the one that's going to post out, so I'm going to keep hold of the elbow, keep it attached to me. Both feet are on the ground, but my hips are in line with his hips. If he's going to go over this way for the hip bump, I've got to bring my hips higher than his hips. Higher, okay? To get that final momentum, I need to tip him in this direction. This leg is going to come up into his armpit, knocking him over in this direction. I'm going to pull, I'm going to drive him over. Okay? So that's a hip bump. But when we go for that hip bump, he might counter. I'm pulling him down, he gets his posture, I come up. When I attach myself, there's going to be a point you're going to feel him putting pressure back into you. Okay? At this point, I've got to abandon the hip bump. My feet are planted on the ground. I'm just going to do a sit back and get my hips as far from him as I can so I don't get landed on my back. He pushes me down, I come into this position here, okay? I keep my feet, my ankles attached to him. If they're on the ground, it's going to be too easy for him to step over. So I keep these attached to him to make it a little bit harder. This arm is already in a good position. Depending on where his head is, if he's just tackled me, he might have his head up. This hand is going to sneak around and we're going to get underneath that chin, okay, for that guillotine. Ideally, because I'm sitting forward, he's not easily going to drive me back as it would if I was sort of closer towards him. I've got this guillotine grip, I can feel him underneath the neck. If I can get in front of the shoulder, I'm going to grab onto my arm with this grip and pull my elbow up for a high elbow guillotine. Here, okay? But most of the time, because he's just tackled me, he's going to give me a nice hug. Okay? There's no gap. So I'm going to go underneath the armpit, same grip. I'm going to be pulling up here. When I sit back, I'm going to get my guard, but I don't want to be flat on my back. If I go flat on my back, it's going to be easy for him to pop his head out. Okay? If I go slightly to the side, so when I fall in back to get my guard, I'm going to go to the right, driving his head down to the mat. Here, okay? Get the guard up, get his head out. It's not happening, okay? And from here, elbow up high, I'm going to pull and I'm going to extend my legs out to get that guillotine. There's your tackle. Well, let's just say, when he's tackling me down, his chin is tucked in, I can't get that guillotine. So, pull, posture, up, drives, I get in, the chin is there, okay? I'm not going to get that guillotine. So instead, we're going to take this arm that went for the guillotine, looking for the neck, I felt the chin. I'm going to drive this through his arm, underneath his armpit here, okay? This has now got my arm dragging his head downwards. I'm going to take a gable grip, and from here we're going to go for that 100% sweep. Okay? As I sit back, I'm going to pull him over. When I'm in this position, I'm in mount, fantastic. Or if I can sneak my arm back through to get that guillotine, one hand, I've got my hand on my belly, I'm just going to flatten myself out and extend up. Okay? If I get here with 100%, maybe I don't feel I can get, maybe he's tucking his chin in, it's fine, because now I'm in mount, ready to go, okay? So that was hip bump, failed hip bump into guillotine, into the 100% sweep. Cheers.